Oh, this is Granite Park Chalet.
Oh my God.
We have a code 3 emergency. There's been...
Hello friends. In today's video, we are going to talk about an exciting upcoming thriller called Grizzly Night 2026. Along with reviewing the movie, we'll also play a fun game so you don't get bored while we share all the important details about this film. Our mission is to give you a complete movie review, including the plot, production, marketing, release info, cast, and more, all in an engaging and fun way. Grizzly Night 2026 is a survival thriller and horror movie, filled with tense suspense, wild encounters, and edge-of-your-seat moments. Friends, if you enjoy this video, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more movie reviews and exciting content. Friends, the story of Grizzly Night 2026 is a survival thriller that follows a group of friends who decide to spend a weekend in the remote wilderness of Alaska, hoping for adventure and a break from their city lives. However, their excitement quickly turns into terror when they encounter a massive, aggressive grizzly bear that is hunting them through the forest. The movie focuses on Mia Carter, a wildlife biologist, and her friends as they struggle to survive the relentless attacks of the grizzly while navigating dangerous terrain. Along the way, they face natural obstacles such as rivers, cliffs, and dense forests, and must use their knowledge, teamwork, and courage to stay alive. As the night unfolds, the group discovers that the bear is not just a mindless predator, but seems to be protecting its cubs, adding a moral dilemma to their survival. The plot combines tense suspense, realistic survival strategies, and emotional moments, showing how fear, bravery, and human instincts collide in life-threatening situations. The movie is designed to keep the audience on the edge of their seats, mixing chilling horror with intense adventure, and exploring themes of respect for nature, human resilience, and teamwork under pressure. Friends, now let's talk about the production of Grizzly Night 2026, a survival horror thriller that aimed to create one of the most intense wilderness experiences ever seen on screen. Director and vision. The movie is directed by David Bruckner, known for his work in horror and tension-driven films. His vision for Grizzly Night was to combine authentic survival realism with heart-pounding suspense, making the audience feel as if they are right there in the forest with the characters. Screenplay and story development. The screenplay was written by Chris Sparling and Scott Beck and Brian Woods, who are experienced in crafting tight, character-driven survival narratives. Their goal was to make the bear not just a monster, but a force of nature with motivation and instinct, adding layers of psychological tension to the story. Filming locations. Production took place in remote parts of British Columbia and Alaska, chosen for their untamed wilderness, dense forests, rugged terrain, and unpredictable weather, all of which were essential to create the film's immersive atmosphere. These real locations added gritty realism to every survival sequence. Stunts and effects. A major part of production was the integration of practical stunt work and cutting-edge visual effects. Animatronic grizzly bears and trained animal performers were used for close-up interactions to make scenes believable and intense. CGI enhancements were then blended with animatronics to produce the bear's powerful, terrifying movements during chase and attack scenes. The stunt team coordinated river crossings, cliff escapes, and nighttime survival sequences, ensuring both authentic physicality and actor safety. Cinematography and visual style. The cinematography, led by Matyas Erdei, emphasized wide, sweeping wilderness shots along with intimate handheld camera work during tense encounters. The goal was to create a contrast between the breathtaking beauty of nature and the brutal, unforgiving dangers it hides. Set design and practical challenges. Set designers and location scouts worked tirelessly to build campsites, forest interiors, and abandoned ranger stations that matched the rugged, believable wilderness aesthetic. The team also constructed night sequences that relied on practical lighting, moonlight, campfires, and flashlights, to create true horror atmospheres rather than artificial studio lighting. Cast preparation and safety protocols. Because the film involves intense physical scenes with actors, the cast underwent survival training and wilderness preparation ahead of shooting. Extensive safety rehearsals were held for stunt scenes to ensure no one was in danger during grisly encounters, falls, or chase sequences. Challenges in production. The production had to adapt to unpredictable weather, including sudden storms and freezing nights, remote logistics for moving cast, crew, food, and equipment deep into the wilderness, balancing realism and safety, ensuring actors experienced authentic environments without risking harm. Overall, the production of Grizzly Night 2026 was an ambitious blend of real location shooting, high-level stunt coordination, animatronics plus CGI integration, and attention to emotional character storytelling, resulting in a thrilling and immersive survival experience. Friends, the marketing campaign for Grizzly Night 2026 was designed to create maximum suspense and excitement among audiences before its release. Trailers and teasers. The official trailers highlighted tense survival moments, terrifying bear encounters, and breathtaking wilderness landscapes. Short teaser clips were shared on social media showing close-up grisly attacks and dramatic escapes, making viewers feel the intensity and fear of the movie. Social media campaigns. Behind-the-scenes clips, including stunt rehearsals, animatronic bear preparation, and actor training, were released to engage fans. Character introduction posts were shared on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok, helping viewers connect with the main cast and their survival roles. Taglines and promotions. The main tagline, "Survive the night, or don't," emphasized the high-stakes tension of the story. Collaborations with outdoor adventure and wildlife channels promoted the movie's theme of wilderness survival, adding authenticity. Events and previews. Exclusive screenings were held for critics and influencers, highlighting key suspenseful scenes to generate early buzz. The marketing focused on thrill, suspense, and realism, appealing to fans of horror, adventure, and survival movies worldwide. Friends, the strategic marketing approach of trailers, social media engagement, and tagline-driven campaigns ensured that audiences were hyped and ready for the intense experience of Grizzly Night 2026. Friends, the music in Grizzly Night 2026 plays a crucial role in building suspense, tension, and emotional impact throughout the movie. Composer and style. The score is composed by Joseph Trapanese, known for creating intense, atmospheric, and cinematic soundscapes. The music combines orchestral instruments, electronic elements, and ambient sound effects to enhance both thriller and survival sequences. Key music highlights. Tense chase sequences. Fast-paced percussion and heavy string instruments heighten the suspense during grisly attacks and survival chases. Emotional and character moments. Soft piano and ambient tones are used during scenes showing bonding between the group members, their fears, and moments of hope. Wilderness atmosphere. Nature-inspired sounds like wind, rustling leaves, and distant animal calls are subtly integrated into the score to make the audience feel immersed in the forest environment. Horror and fear sequences. Low-frequency sounds, sudden crescendos, and eerie motifs are used to increase jump scares and tension, especially during night scenes and bear encounters. Friends, the music in Grizzly Night 2026 is designed to make the audience feel the terror, suspense, and emotional highs and lows, enhancing the overall cinematic experience of the movie. Friends, the filming of Grizzly Night 2026 was an intense and challenging process, designed to create an authentic wilderness survival experience. Locations. The movie was primarily filmed in remote forests and rugged wilderness areas of Alaska and British Columbia. These locations provided stunning natural backdrops, including dense forests, cliffs, rivers, and frozen terrains, all essential to make the survival story realistic. Practical stunts and effects. The production used animatronic bears and trained animals for close encounters, ensuring the safety of actors while maintaining realism. Water, cliff, and forest stunts were carefully choreographed and rehearsed, with stunt doubles performing high-risk sequences. Nighttime shoots were done with practical lighting, flashlights, campfires, and moonlight setups, creating a tense and immersive atmosphere. Cinematography. The cinematographers used a combination of wide aerial shots to capture the wilderness and handheld cameras for intense chase and attack sequences. The goal was to make viewers feel as if they are in the forest with the characters, experiencing the danger firsthand. Challenges during filming. Harsh weather conditions like snow, rain, and freezing nights caused delays and required adaptive shooting schedules. Transporting cast, crew, and equipment into remote areas with limited access demanded logistical precision and teamwork. Balancing realistic wilderness immersion with actor safety was a constant priority. Friends, the filming process of Grizzly Night 2026 was designed to make every scene feel tense, real, and breathtaking, giving audiences the full thrill of surviving in the wild alongside the characters. Friends, let's look at the full cast of Grizzly Night 2026 and the characters they play, along with their roles in the movie. Charlize Theron as Mia Carter. Role: wildlife biologist and group leader. Contribution: uses her knowledge of animal behavior to analyze the grizzly's actions, guide the group, and make strategic survival decisions. Tom Hardy as Jack Hunter. Role: experienced outdoorsman and survival expert. Contribution: responsible for physical survival skills, constructing shelters, and defending the group from natural dangers. Zendaya as Lily Rivera. Role: young adventurer and eco-researcher. Contribution: focuses on documenting wildlife, studying the forest, and helping the team solve environmental challenges. Oscar Isaac as Dr. Felix Grant. Role: environmental scientist and historian. Contribution: interprets clues from the environment, tracks bear movements, and advises on safe routes. Florence Pugh as Sarah Blake. Role: medical officer and biologist. Contribution: handles injuries, monitors health, and assists with research on the wildlife and ecosystem. Supporting cast: villagers and rangers, protectors of the forest and bear territory, adding mystery and local knowledge. Stunt performers and extras participate in chase sequences, falls, and action scenes, creating realistic survival tension. Friends, each cast member plays a crucial role in the survival story, combining bravery, intelligence, and teamwork to face both the wild grizzly and the dangers of the wilderness. Friends, the estimated budget for Grizzly Night 2026 is around $110 million, carefully allocated to create a thrilling and realistic wilderness survival experience. Budget breakdown: CGI and animatronic bears, $35 million. For realistic bear interactions, chase sequences, and blending animatronics with visual effects. Remote filming logistics, $25 million. Transporting cast, crew, and equipment to difficult-to-access forest and wilderness locations. Cast salaries, $20 million. A-list actors like Charlize Theron, Tom Hardy, Zendaya, and supporting cast. Set design and practical effects, $15 million. Construction of campsites, forest interiors, cliffs, rivers, and night sequences with practical lighting. Marketing and promotions, $15 million. Trailers, teasers, social media campaigns, and pre-release events. Friends, this budget allowed the filmmakers to combine realism, suspense, and cinematic quality, ensuring the audience experiences thrilling survival scenes, immersive locations, and believable bear encounters. Friends, while creating Grizzly Night 2026, the filmmakers faced several major challenges that made the production both exciting and extremely demanding. Remote and rugged filming locations. Many scenes were shot in dense forests, cliffs, rivers, and snowy regions of Alaska and British Columbia. Transporting cast, crew, and heavy equipment to these remote areas was logistically complex and time-consuming. Unpredictable weather. Shooting schedules were often delayed due to heavy rains, storms, and freezing temperatures, especially during outdoor night scenes. Extreme conditions affected both actor safety and equipment functionality. Animal interaction challenges. Filming scenes with animatronic and trained bears required careful coordination, timing, and safety measures. Combining CGI with live action to make bear attacks realistic added to the post-production workload. Stunt and safety concerns. The movie involved cliff climbs, river crossings, and chase sequences, requiring highly trained stunt performers. Safety protocols had to be extremely strict to prevent accidents during these high-risk scenes. Maintaining realism. The filmmakers wanted the wilderness, suspense, and survival sequences to feel authentic, which meant balancing actor exposure to real conditions with controlled environments. Nighttime and low-light filming. Many intense survival and chase sequences occurred at night, requiring special lighting setups that looked natural while maintaining visibility for the camera. Friends, despite these difficulties, the dedication of the cast and crew ensured that Grizzly Night 2026 became a thrilling, immersive, and realistic survival horror experience that audiences will truly feel and enjoy. Friends, the main message of Grizzly Night 2026 is about survival, respect for nature, teamwork, and human resilience. The movie emphasizes that in life-threatening situations, cooperation, intelligence, and courage are as important as physical strength. It also shows that nature is both beautiful and dangerous, and understanding its rhythms, respecting its creatures, and making careful decisions can save lives. Beyond survival, the story teaches viewers about ethical choices, empathy, and responsibility, as the characters realize that the bear they fear is also protecting its own family. Ultimately, Grizzly Night 2026 encourages audiences to embrace adventure with caution, trust their instincts, and value the bond between humans and nature. Friends, even though Grizzly Night 2026 is a survival horror thriller, the filmmakers included a few funny and lighthearted moments to give the audience a break from intense suspense. Camping mishaps. When the group tries to set up tents in the forest, poles keep falling and tents collapse repeatedly, leaving the team tangled in fabric and laughing at their own clumsiness. Food fiasco. A scene shows Jack Hunter trying to cook a meal over a campfire, but smoke blows into his eyes and the food burns, making everyone laugh at his struggle. Animal mischief. A curious squirrel steals snacks from the campsite, leading to a chase scene that's more funny than dangerous, giving comic relief amidst the tension. Pranks among friends. The group occasionally teases each other during downtime, like hiding gear or mimicking each other's actions, adding humor and showing their camaraderie. Slapstick falls. Minor slips and stumbles while climbing rocks or crossing streams provide lighthearted moments without reducing the suspense. Friends, these funny scenes are carefully placed to balance tension, keep the audience entertained, and make the characters feel relatable and human even in terrifying situations. Friends, Grizzly Night 2026 is scheduled to release on October 22, 2026. The filmmakers chose this date to align with the fall season, which complements the forest survival and suspenseful atmosphere of the movie. Pre-release screenings and promotional events are planned a few weeks prior to build anticipation and excitement among audiences. This release timing also positions the movie perfectly for Halloween-themed horror promotions, appealing to fans of thriller and survival genres worldwide. Friends, mark your calendars because Grizzly Night 2026 promises to deliver heart-pounding suspense, thrilling survival action, and unforgettable wilderness adventure. Friends, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you can catch our upcoming videos.